Welcome to Foundation Friday. The dedication and covenant of silent unity was signed on December 7th, 1892 by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, founders of the Unity movement. It is unlikely when they signed this covenant that they had any idea how far-reaching unity would be as it evolved into the church we know and love today. We invite you to join us as we explore and share some of the original ideas, teachings, and writings of the men and women who created the foundation of the Unity Church.
Hi, thank you for joining us for our Foundation Friday series. Today we are once again revisiting the writings of Lowell Fillmore. He was one of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore's sons, and we know that they are the co-creators of the Unity movement we enjoy today. This was published from Lowell's writings in 1932, so kind of a blast from the past. I've been very much enjoying Lowell's writings, and I hope you'll enjoy this. This one is called Avoiding Tomorrow's Jolts. Remember that most of us are doing today what we yesterday dreamed we should be doing. The average person devotes some time each day to dreaming of what he will be doing tomorrow. Time spent in this way is important because it can be either very helpful or very harmful. When we are dreaming in this way, we are making a mental blueprint of our future activities. And we should therefore try to make sure that this blueprint contains what is really good for us and will make us happy. We can use our imagination to make constructive plans for our future happiness and our peace of mind. And time thus spent will be well worthwhile. But if we use our imagination to conjure up difficulties and failures, we shall be blueprinting an unpleasant future for ourselves. For example, suppose I have secured a job and I am to begin work in a few days. It is not exactly the kind of work I should like to do, but it is the only work that I could secure just at this time. I am therefore planning to endure it temporarily until I can find something that suits me better. As I think about my new job, I begin to feel resistant towards it. This is a wrong start because my work begins when I begin thinking about it. When my thoughts are resistance, my work will be hard. If today I think of myself as being happy, unhappy, and dissatisfied with my new job tomorrow, I am making a blueprint for failure and unhappiness. Furthermore, I am loading my soul with an unnecessary burden today. Let me be wise and look forward to finding happiness and success in my job. Then I shall be happy today and tomorrow also, because today is the only day that I shall ever know. I must be happy today, for when tomorrow comes, it will be just another today. How can I be happy today? Simply by mentally putting all my affairs in God's hands, knowing that He will help me work through things in a satisfactory and divine order. I can have happiness and success to the extent that I am able to accept them. I cannot accept happiness when I am expecting unhappiness. If I plan to have a good attitude toward my new job, anticipating the joy of meeting new and interesting persons and learning new ways, I cannot help finding much that is pleasant and worthwhile in it. If I take joy, goodwill, and courage with me, I am bound to succeed and be master of my affairs. I shall then succeed in my new work, but I shall do more. For with no borrowed burdens of worry about the future to mar my present state of mind, I shall keep my soul sweet and happy today. I shall look forward with pleasure to my new work as an opportunity to learn, grow, and radiate goodwill, and so fill my being with satisfaction and spiritual power. If you dread some coming event, stop harboring negative thoughts about it, for negative thoughts are the saboteurs of your future and present happiness. Replace these thoughts with protecting, success-building thoughts. Begin to bless the coming event fearlessly and lovingly in Christ's name, and you will find you cannot dread the thing that you are blessing. Good thoughts are powerful, and they will help you to become fearless and victorious over outer conditions. When you dread something in the future and permit yourself to feel unhappy about it, you join forces with the enemy and thus limit your spiritual power. And when you do this, you fail to meet your problems confidently and victoriously. When you realize that God is helping you and you keep your mind open and responsive to do His will, many new ideas will come to you to encourage you and help you to succeed. When you are afraid that something is going to be too difficult for you, the task is made harder than it need be. When you are afraid, you use only your half-wits. When you are courageous, and you can be courageous if you take God with you, you will have your wits plus divine wisdom to help you. When you know that you are right and you have dedicated yourself to righteousness, you can go forward fearlessly and joyously to do all things in Christ's name. The hardest part of any task is overcoming our own resistance to it before we begin to work on it. Thoughts of resistance are a burden to us. How can we be rid of this burden? Well, by casting it on the Lord and accepting His good way. His promise is, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. We should learn how to agree with the task that seems to be our adversary. If tomorrow's task seems to be an adversary, we could try to cultivate a friendly feeling toward it. We can do this by blessing it. If there seems to be no good in it, then we should try to find some way to put something good into it, even though it be only our good will. We can place it in the hands of God and thus drop the mental burden of resistance that we have been carrying. A good attitude to take is this: I go forth to meet the good instead of adversary. When I have God with me, He shows me a good and joyous way to succeed that I cannot find without His help. When thinking of work to be done in the future, do not limit your possibilities of success. Do not limit yourself with the idea that there is only one way to accomplish your purpose. If there is something to be done tomorrow, do not imagine yourself as being able to do it in the only one way you have in mind. It's all right for you to consider a plan that's good, but at the same time be ready to accept a better way if it should present itself. It is good to work out a plan, or maybe even several different plans if they are unselfish ones. But you must not be disappointed if a particular plan does not work as you had expected. A better plan may come to you later. Be ready to accept it. You can prove that all things do work together for good to them that love the Lord by fulfilling your part of the contract. You will not fail, and you will not need to be afraid when you take this thought with you. I can do all things in him, Christ that strengthened me. Okay, and Lowell likes to end his little lessons with a week's worth of meditative thoughts, thoughts that you can take in to meditation. So I'll read those for you. And remember, if you want to write them down, you can stop the video or rewind it, take it back. So here goes. 1. Because I keep my thoughts in tune with God's law, I am happy, prosperous, and healthy. 2. Because my soul is free in Christ, no trouble borrowed from the future can possibly depress it today. 3. I am happy and successful today. I will not put off enjoying my good until tomorrow, because I know that today is eternal. 4. I find joy and success wherever I go, because I always take the joy and wisdom of God with me. 5. Christ is knocking at the door of my consciousness. I gladly open the door and invite him to sup with me on God's vital words. 6. I do not resist the future. I bless it. And I know that when it becomes today, God will be here to help me enjoy it. And 7. God's way is always good and pleasant. I will therefore walk in his good way always, and I will fear no evil. So now we know how to avoid living tomorrow's jolts today. I really love the way language was used in olden times, but sometimes it makes it a little bit different to comprehend. As always, please let me know what you thought of this video. If there's something you'd like to learn more about or less about, we read every single comment and you are replied to. Before you go, please know you matter. You are sacred, and you are so, so very loved. Namaste.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.